She's a good girl. She loves her mama, loves Jesus and America too. She's a good girl. She's crazy about Elvis, loves horses and her boyfriend too. It's a long day living in Reseda. There's a freeway running through the yard. I'm a bad boy, 'cause I don't even miss her. I'm a bad boy for breaking her heart. And I'm free. I'm free ballin'. Yeah, I'm free. I'm free ballin'. All the vampires, they're walking through the valley. Move west down Ventura Boulevard. And all the bad boys are standing in the shadows. All the good girls are home with broken hearts. Now I'm free. I'm free falling. Yeah, I'm free. I'm free falling. Free falling, now I'm free falling, now I'm free falling, yeah, I'm falling. I wanna glide down over Mulholland. I wanna write her name in the sky. I'm gonna free fall out into nothing. I'm gonna leave this world for a while. Now I'm free. I'm free falling. Now I'm free. I'm free falling. Free falling. Now I'm 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 free falling. Yeah, I'm free. All right, let me put the guitar away. Thank you all so much. Round of applause for yourself and really mostly for me, quite frankly. Thank you all so very much for joining me here today. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I started late. I apologize. Please don't stop watching. Please don't turn away. You're all I have in this world. I love you. Had some technical difficulties. I think I need to get a new, what's the word? The thing that holds my green screen, because, and I don't want to give too much away. Okay, I don't want to reveal how the sausage gets made, and we do make sausage here. I want to let you know we make sausage. Stop saying it's made out of immigrant children. I'm tired of hearing these rumors that we are selling immigrant children sausage. But if we did, hey, you're the one who said it tasted great, not me, buddy. I don't want to give away too much of how the sausage is made, but that's not real. Behind me, that's not a real TV set. That's a green screen. But something needs to hold up the green screen. So what's that called? Like a frame? A chassis for your green screen? I forget. I knew at one point because I ordered one, and now I don't remember what the hell it is. But I managed to sort of jerry-rig it, which I believe is a racial slur, and it's working for right now. but it did get my toe. Okay? I was trying to set it up. Part of it fell off, smashed my toe. My toe's bleeding. Can I hold my toe up to the thing? I don't think I can. I can get my foot up. Can I get my foot up? Ow! God damn it. I seriously pulled something. Shit. Fuck. My foot. Ah, Christ. Okay. Ugh. That's quality content. That is quality content, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God. Thank you all for joining me today. We got so much to talk about. We're going to have a whole lot of fun. Let me read some comments up top. From the beginning, Professor Gonzo says, tripping balls on a Saturday afternoon. I'm game for some Steve. Aren't we all? Aren't we all game for some Steve? Also, and Lamp Boobs said, this is a drug-free live stream, and I agree. Drugs are degenerate. I'm going to tell you this, as a moderate centrist, I am opposed to the war on drugs. Unfortunately, it is the only thing stopping Joe Biden from chemically castrating all white boys, just going into grade schools and being like, it's no malarkey, Jack. We got to shrink those balls. You got to get those balls. We got to shrink them. No malarkey. What else? Kevin Dickel says, got guests coming over in a bit, so I can't hang for too long. Play it for your friends. Fake ass fan. You should be at any given moment streaming my content as loud as you can. Go buy new speakers. Go to bestbuy.com. In the search bar, type in the loudest fucking speakers you have ever heard in your goddamn life. Get those and play my content. Kevin Dickel says also Steve can do more push-ups than RFK. I believe that to be true, but it has at the moment not been confirmed. Now, there's a lot of reports of me and Robert F. Kennedy Jr. doing a push-up contest. Now, I am very willing to do this, slightly less willing ever since I saw pictures of him shirtless. My man is ripped, and you gotta grade him on a curve, okay? I get it. A young man, a 20-year-old man, you see that, you're like, that's a ripped human being. You see RFK Jr., by the time you hit how old he is, I believe he is 98. By the time you are that old, it's harder to build muscle mass, and all those 4:30 p.m. Bob Evans dinners are fattening. We all know it. Lamp says, I can do more push-ups than RFK. There seems to have been an argument over Robert F. Kennedy Jr. in here, so I'm just kind of go past all of this. He's married to that TV star, I think. People, that is correct. That is correct, and a lot of people don't know this. He is, of course, married to Sam Waterston from Law & Order SVU. That is canon. Write that down. That's canon for reality. Real things are canon. Is that how we do that now? Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is gay married to Sam Waterston from Law & Order, not SUV. He found out there were sex crimes and said, no, thank you. And Ice-T said, yeah, I can do that show. This is definitely a rape. Definitely was a rape here. Wait, you're telling me that when someone has sex with someone forcibly, that's called rape? Anyway, moving on. Lamp says, but it's also great to finally have a Democratic candidate I can get behind. And I agree. That's the thing about RFK Jr., okay, which I call him because we are best friends. We have not met. But I feel like we're connected because both of us have terrible voices, okay? As you might have noticed with me singing earlier, Lamp says, get your falsetto on. First off, E said, BRB, kind of get Bud Light and Tendies. You're goddamn right you are. That's the most alpha meal you can get. Also, E, I'm just going to assume is E from Entourage. Would I be wrong to assume that? Maybe. Am I ever going to admit I'm wrong? Literally never once in my life. I never will admit that. He also said, now I'm free balling, not wear underwear. Am I right, guys? You're goddamn right. Listen, you know what the most cuck thing to do is? Wear underwear, okay? Literally every single person who's ever been cucked has at some point worn underwear. Coincidence? I don't believe in those. Lamp says, hell yeah, hitting those high notes. You're right. Listening to me singing the chorus of Free Fall and everyone goes, that is a guy. That is a guy that can get into any room, because I'll tell you something, he is on key. All right, you like that? You like that a lot? A lot of people were asking to see my foot, which is not really something I think I can do. A little hard for me, sort of stretching wise, and I don't want to move the green screen too much or it's all going to fall apart, and you will see what's happening behind me, which, whatever you're imagining, it's worse than that. Whatever you think is behind this green screen, it is more terrifying than that. I'm going to fix this background isn't quite filling. E says, I am E from Unentourage, not from the television show. That's a good point. You long forget there are other entourages that aren't necessarily part of television. I forget that a long time. Whatever happened to everyone from Entourage? Vinny Chase? Oh man, it was so tough. Vinny Chase, is he going to do the Aquaman movie? He does. Then they made an Aquaman movie and didn't cast him in it in real life. Is real life Entourage? That's a question I ask myself every day. I wake up, I take peyote, and I go, is real life Entourage? Also, I have behind me, see if I can get this without knocking over the green screen. A little grabby. I do, of course, have right next to me the entirety of the first season of Entourage on DVD. That is true. I didn't prepare that. I'm E from Tim Pool's Entourage. Now, I'm going to say it again. Who's Tim Pool? Who's that? Not familiar. Is he in any way involved in the popular rock band Timcast? I've heard of them. They have some great songs. What does he do? Is he bass in that band? Is he like the guy from the Happy Mondays? He just dances on stage. I do have the first season of Entourage on DVD, not even on Blu-ray, just on DVD. I did see it at a garage sale one time. They wanted $5. I offered them $1. They said sure, and I purchased it. 2 discs. We have all the episodes here. What if this live stream I just ran through the entirety of the first season of Entourage episodes? Episode 1, Entourage, parentheses, pilot. Episode 2, the review. Episode 3, talk show. Episode 4, date night. They're going on a date in that one. That's the episode where they all have gay sex. It starts them going, yo, E, what if we went on like a date tonight? And they go, what if we had gay sex? And then, boom, they all just fucked each other in the ass the whole time. Episode 5, the script and the Sherpa. They also had gay sex in that one. Episode 6, Busey and the Beach. Remember when that was a big thing in culture, everyone was like, it's really funny that Gary Busey's brain doesn't work. That's a fun thing. Let's watch that. Episode 7, The Scene. Episode 8, New York. So they go to New York in the final one and do 9/11. That's the final episode of the first season of Entourage. They're in New York and they're like, yo, E. Yo, Vinny Chase. Not E. He's just a member of the Entourage. Vinny Chase is the movie star. Vinny, I know you're going to get on the set of Queens Boulevard, the new movie. But what if first we checked into the World Trade Center? The complete first season of Entourage. Let's see how viewership numbers are doing. How are we doing? And we appear to have gained a few members since talking about Entourage. So this is now an Entourage live stream. We're just going to talk about that the whole time. Your best friend star is rising in Hollywood. So there's only one thing you can do. Join the Entourage. Of course, meet Eric Turtle and Johnny Drama. 3 guys from Queens dedicated to helping their film star buddy Vincent Chase, Vinny Chase, please, navigate the absurdities and pitfalls of modern day Hollywood, where sex parties and super agents rule the world. All true. This first season features guest appearances from Scarlett Johansson, Val Kilmer, who could talk at the time, Gary Busey, Luke Wilson, Jimmy Kimmel, Sarah Silverman, and more. DVD bonus features revealing behind-the-scenes interviews with cast and crew, and audio commentaries with creator, executive producer Doug Ellen and executive producer Larry Charles. So I guess I'm going to be popping this in, the old DVD player tonight, and checking out Adrian Grenay. Look at him right there. I can't see, but damn, that's a handsome man. Damn. I'm just going to put right to the episode where they have the gay sex. E says, I'm the guy who makes sure Emma Vigeland has poker and sushi available when she comes over to the compound for one of her famous hangs. So, of course, you're referencing, and it's a lot of fun, when recently Emma Vigeland came on the show, and we had a vigorous debate about whether or not she's a pedophile. I won and she is. And then afterwards, I said, famously the whole debate, I said, you're a pedophile. You should be executed by the state. You're disgusting. And then we said, wrap, cameras are over. Hey, man, what's up? Want to get some sushi with me? Afterwards, we can play poker. We don't know how to play poker. It's mostly go fish. She said no. And so I think she's a lesbian. Is really all you can pull from that. She is a lesbian pedophile, which we all got to admit seems better, right? Come on. You're not going to admit it. I know you're not going to put it in the chat. It's better. We all know, right? E says, no, Timcast is a Muse cover band. Other way around. Muse stole Timcast's whole thing. They had their song The Will of the People, which featured guitars, and then Muse released an album which also featured guitars. Disgusting. Hi, everybody. My name's Steve Vongino. If this is your first live stream, they're all like this. Every single one is like this, only even more discursive. It starts by me just pulling something from my shelf and talking about it for 30 minutes. Welcome. My name is Steve Vongino. This is the Vongino Predicament. I am a moderate centrist, bit of a milquetoast fence sitter. I'm all about giving you the straight dope, away from the mainstream media. Disgusting lies. They publish nothing but false truths. Recently, the New York Times, and this is true, you can look it up, their front page just said, touching a child's butthole is cool now. They put that on the front page. Personally, I think it's in fact not cool. Okay? So that's what I'm all about. Kevin Dickel says, Tim Pool wrote Hysteria with his stubby little bald fingers. Makes the bass playing that much more inspirational. That's really something. In fact, his fingers have beanies on them, which he stole from me. Not that I know who Tim Pool is. If he's the guy, is he the guy singing? Don't you know you left me there, staring at the heartache in my soul as my heart fell to pieces. Don't you hate that when you're staring at the heartache in your soul as your soul falls to pieces? Just the worst. I'm coming at you live from Columbuston, Ohio, easily one of Ohio's top 5 cities in terms of calling things gay. There was a competition. We do it every year in Ohio. We get together. We determine how many things you can call gay. We got 5th place. Number 1 every year is Akron. Okay? This year, the final challenge was the movie Desperado. Okay? You have to convincingly call it gay, and they go, on the other hand, it's just 90 minutes of gunfights and then Salma Hayek's boobs. And you go, shit. It's hard to convincingly call that gay. Damn it. But, you know, we posted numbers. We're doing okay. Thanks for being here. I live in Columbuston. I do my show from Columbuston. I live in a ranch-style house, 1 story. We have a sheep infestation with my family, which, of course, includes my manager, my head writer, my co-executive producer. She briefly worked for Tucker Carlson. She was fired for not being racist enough. Producer Nancy, Mom, let's hear it for her. She's not here, but let's hear it for her. Listen, I'm not promising that at some point, I'm not just going to do 30 minutes of playing with this soundboard. I might. Maybe someday I will, but today's not that day. I live with producer Nancy, Mom. I live with co-executive producer Zach. I will not call him Dad. I will not call him Dad. I will not call him Dad. He hangs out. He became a co-producer, a co-executive producer. Please put some respect in the name. He became a co-executive producer when he moved in after one night. Producer Nancy, Mom, had a few schnapps and drank a whole thing of rubbing alcohol and then went to the homeless shelter and said, who's man enough to fuck this big fat? And, he was the only one who needed a bed that bad. So he's been living here for a while. They play some silly games. We don't need to talk about it. It's okay. Don't worry about it. We don't need to think about it or register that reality's happening. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Okay? Then I also am living in the house with also co-associate producer Zach Jr., not stepbrother. He moved in at one point. He knocked on the door. He appeared to be 70, maybe 80 years old, incredibly weathered. His whole face looks like a catcher's mitt that was signed by Babe Ruth. That's how old it was. He speaks a kind of pidgin combination of Israeli and Spanish, Puerto Rican Spanish. We don't know where he's from. He wears a cock sock, but also wakes up every morning and goes, I smell Palestinian blood. How do I drink it? So he claims to be Zach's son. We don't know. We don't believe it. But they are all out of the house right now. I'm alone. They're out there protesting climate change, but in the opposite direction. They don't think climate change is happening enough. We need more climate change. That's right. Here in Columbuston, Ohio, we have the ultimate hot take. We think climate change is real, but It's not nearly real enough. But also at the same time, we think that it's a psyop created by a bunch of secular humanist lasers. So it is real, and also it was made up. And putting both of those things in your brain at the same time, that would break weaker people. But for us strong men, we're like, yeah, totally makes sense. Doesn't matter. Who cares? Doesn't matter. Who cares? The enemy is weak and also strong. Makes perfect sense. Lamp Boob says, can you define climate, please? Define climate, not even climate change. Well, I'll define this as climate, and climate change is maybe if I'm going to the beach in November, it's not such a bad thing. Wipe out. Just gonna have some coffee, listen to this copyrighted music. Anyway, Anyway, the rest of the family is hanging out outside of a car dealership demanding people buy bigger cars. If anyone comes in and is like, do you have anything electric? Do you have a Volt? They just go, get an SUV, you pussy! And then afterwards, they're going to go to Applebee's and just burn blocks of carbon. I don't know why they got to do it at Applebee's. I really don't know. But, you know, they seem to be having fun. They seem to be enjoying themselves. But guess what? They have someone new with them. That's right, guys. The cannon's expanding. We're expanding it. We're opening it wide. We're, quite frankly, getting one of those duck-billed things. We're sticking it right in the cannon. We're... I have a new sister. Ladies and gentlemen, there is a new associate co-producer, Destiny Child, not stepsister. She's here. Zach Jr. brought her home one night. She wasn't talking much. I'm not sure she knows how to talk. Listen, there have been some reports being spread on the internet, the toxic gossip train, that she is a feral child. Okay? She was abandoned, mostly raised by wolves. That's what they're saying about her. There's no evidence of that. Okay? She does sniff me every morning. I wake up and goes... And then she spits on me. And she only knows one phrase. She spits and then she pees and then she goes, I own that. I own that. It's all she really knows how to say or do, for that matter. So, you know, exciting stuff. She's joining with them right now. They go to Applebee's with her because it's the only place that will serve a human with a doggy bowl. Okay? Lamp Boob says that's not fair. Sniffing you was the reason you said I couldn't move in. Here's the thing. After she sniffed me, I also said she couldn't move in. She is giving off the vibe that really says she doesn't speak English and she doesn't need to, because it's very clear that she is stating, I don't understand what you're saying to me right now, and if I did, I wouldn't respect it. Like, I don't care what you think, to the point that I literally don't speak the same language as you. So I say, please don't move in, and she just goes, I say, listen, could you please just, if you got to move in, stay in the common area, don't go in my bedroom. And her rebuttal is, and quite frankly, she owned me with facts and logic. It only makes sense. We all know it only makes sense. Kevin Dickel says, that sounds incredibly erotic, Steve. Are you sure she's not trying to become your girlfriend? Here's the deal, right? Zach Jr., not stepbrother. I think he would not like it if I were to sleep with his girlfriend. I think it's because he does have a tattoo across his chest that says, no one has ever cucked me and lived. And you'd think, what language? Would that be a clue to what country he's from? English, Israeli, whatever. He has it in Esperanto. Not even an actual language. No one knows it. Okay? Oh, excited to be with you guys today. It's going to be a short stream. I can't be here forever. Okay? I have a big job ahead of me. I have been appointed the special counsel in the Hunter Biden case. It's very exciting. It's a round of applause for me. That's a job I've gotten. Where we are investigating, I'm fairly sure we're investigating Hunter Biden for measuring his penis wrong. Okay? You gotta go. He's doing it from like the butthole out. Okay, you gotta go from the base. Maybe you can push into the fat pad. Not that he has any fat. He is a lean man. He is taut, and that also makes him look bigger. You're not allowed to measure your penis unless you gain 50 pounds. Okay, that's what it takes. You need to have a BMI of bare minimum 40%. Then you can measure your penis. Otherwise, you are cheating. You understand that? Hunter, we're going to expose you. We are impeaching Joe Biden over his son having a large penis, but not quite as large as he presents on the internet, which is the exact same thing that John Adams was impeached for. People don't know that. We got a lot of news to talk about in today's live stream. I did a video about this yesterday, which was Friday, if you're keeping track. But I did want to offer a very hearty suck it and eat my ass to the U.S. women's soccer team. They recently lost something. Not sure. Fantasy football league? I don't know. Maybe they lost their AirPods. I'm not 100% sure, okay? But they lost. And consequently, they all killed themselves. Every single one of them. It's a ritual suicide. They could only afford one bullet. They're not getting paid that much. And so they just kind of lined all their heads together and just... And so in their honor, and also fuck them, may they burn in hell, I would like to play this short video. Now, this was produced. I haven't watched this yet. But this was produced by a local in-house production team. Okay? Here in Columbus, Ohio, we have some amazing filmmakers. All right? And this was made by a child with iMovie, which, you know, we call him the Columbuston Spielberg. And I told him, I said, you need to put some sad music under this. If people are not crying, you're not getting paid, buddy. So I'd like to present to you the saddest video ever made. Please, if you cry, if you're going to cry, make sure to cover your microphone and video camera. Because if I see it, you're gay now. Ladies and gentlemen, RIP, the U.S. women's soccer team.
I'm having trouble trying to sleep. I'm counting sheep but running out. As time ticks by, still I try. No rest for cross chops in my mind. On my own, here we go. My eyes feel like they're gonna bleed. Right up and bulging out my skull. My mouth is dry. My face is...
They have audio commentary on every single episode? Oh, we're back. Hi, guys. Hello, everybody. So anyway, fuck those dumb bitches. Who gives a shit? I hope they all fucking die. They already did. I get on my wishes. Kevin Dickel says, I'm sick of Hunter's Hog this, Hunter's Hog that. I want to see what else he's going on. First off, let's start a band called Hunter's Hog. Decent band name. Secondly, what else does he have going on? Nothing. Okay? Listen, is he a millionaire international businessman who smokes so much crack he makes Mike Lindell look like fucking Mr. Rogers? Maybe, but nothing like cool. Okay? Nothing cool. We got a little more news to cover today, guys. A little more news we've got going on. There was recently a riot in New York City. Did you guys hear about this? You guys hear about this? You guys think about this? What happened? I'm drinking coffee, by the way. Last week, someone said I got too drunk during the live stream. They were right. I need to stay sober. So I'm drinking nothing but the sweetest Java, okay? Not organic, not at all. I walk into Costco and I go, what do you got that has the most imperialism just baked into it? Which one of these was picked by the cutest Colombian children? Just the most adorable 4-year-old. The only one whose hands can go in the thresher to get the beans out. That was a riot in New York City. Did you guys hear about this? Did you guys see this? There was a horrible riot in New York City. And I want to talk about it, ladies and gentlemen. Wait. No, I didn't pull. This just always... No, I need to go back to the beginning. All right. There was a riot in New York City. I don't know if you guys heard about this. I don't know if you guys know about it. It was started by Mr. Kai Cenat. Oh my God, we got a couple things here. Lamp Boob says, wait, did my PSYOP work? Ask the coffee. Ask the sweet cup of a Joe, as I call it. It's a new thing I came up with. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about me. Kevin Dickel says, no such thing, Steve. I'm getting shit-faced with you tonight. I don't want to gotta drive the kids to soccer practice night. Question for you, right? Why would you go to a child's soccer game sober? Okay? That's like going to Coachella and just having iced tea. If you show up, you are getting plastered, and you are determining which of these children are gay. You, number 23, just fucking go on Queer Eye already, but you're the queer part. Kai Cenat started a riot recently in New York City. Look at him back there. That's the man. Now, I'm very young. Everyone knows that. Canonically, I'm incredibly young. Don't hear any reports that I might have been born during the Reagan administration. I have no idea, okay? I was conceived during 9/11. We all know it. I'm very young. So I know who this is. But a lot of my older kind of millennial, not cool Liddy Zoomer with the Riz viewers, they look at this man and they go, is he on Nick Cannon's Wild 'N Out? What's his fucking deal? Here's what you got to know about Kai Cenat. First off, that's how his name's pronounced. If I'm told any differently, I will ignore it. Don't bother. Secondly, he is currently more famous than anyone in any movie or TV show you've watched in the past 10 years. He is so famous. He doesn't know who Paul Newman is, but Paul Newman's grandkids know who he is. That's where we're at. One of the most famous people on the entire planet. Okay? Modern day Jesus. I didn't say it. You did. Now, should have more of these. Okay? Why am I stopping this? He started a vicious, presumably woke riot in New York City by going out on his stream, okay, and saying, ah! That's how he starts all his streams. Ah! I've seen the clip where he had Ice Spice on, who's definitely real. Ice Spice is a real person and not a CIA psyop to make me buy Metamucil because I'm going to get colon cancer because I'm 90. That's who Ice Spice is. He had her on, and she said, yeah, I don't like fucking anybody famous. And then he ran into another room as if to change into a costume, then ran out wearing the same thing and just said, I'm not famous. Fuck me, please. And for all of your 12-year-old nephews, that's Rowan and Martin's laugh-in. Okay? They literally don't know what Saturday Night Live is. Whoever you think is a giant movie star, you're like, Margot Robbie, you know her, right? You're like, I have no idea who that is. I don't understand that person. Does she play Fortnite on the internet and occasionally try to have sex with Ice Spice? Nope. Don't care. Don't respect it. But on his stream, he went out and said, I'm going to give away an Xbox. I don't know what the conditions were. I think he just said, show up at this place, and whoever is alive, the last man standing, gets a free Xbox. People showed up and just started punching the shit out of each other. A riot happened. A vicious, presumably woke riot. Why? I will not tell you. I'm not racist, you are. This riot was easily the worst thing to happen to New York City since 9/11. And by that, I mean 9/11 of 2021. It was the 20-year anniversary, and, well, listen. He who is without sin cast the first stone. And he who has never gotten drunk at Guy Fieri's Times Square restaurant walked out, took a shit on the street, and yelled, bring back Ed Koch. Let you cast the first stone, buddy. That's all I'll say right there. But you know what? Hearing about this Kai Cenat fellow, how much money he has, how much power he has, how he was once in the same room as Ice Spice, a real person. I just got to tell you something. It made me think. I got to get into this starting riots business. I got to start some riots. That sounds great. So I thought I'd provide a guide how to start a riot for personal and or financial reasons. Also sexual reasons. Those are cool too. Maybe you just personally don't like a certain block. You would like to see it torn down. I get that. Maybe you think somehow you can make a lot of money off this. Not exactly sure how, but I'm not here to question you. I'm here to support entrepreneurs. Also, maybe the only way you can get hard or wet is if a bunch of people are marching and burning things down. Of course. In that case, we're doing a damn riot, ladies and gentlemen. Step 1, give away an Xbox maybe. It's worked thus far, okay? We know that riots start over police kill somebody, okay? Some sports team wins some series of some nature, okay? You know, the time the Oakland Yankees won the Stanley Cup, they burned down the entirety of, I think, Oslo, Sweden. I just got a notification on my Patreon. Let's see what it is. What do we got here? Someone commenting on something? No. Oh, holy shit. Someone just pledged. E just pledged $5 on Patreon. So first off, now you guys know that literally every time anyone does it, I get a notification on my Patreon. So round of applause for E. Your $5 will be wasted, but thank you so very, very much for doing that. Thank you. Welcome. The moment you do it, I'm informed and I get sexually excited. Maybe give away an Xbox, you know? And listen, what you might be seeing in this picture by the side of my head, maybe that looks like an old Xbox. Maybe someone hasn't really played Xbox since the later years of the Bush administration. But also, in the same time, maybe they haven't updated it. Maybe that's exactly the same, okay? Maybe fuck you, okay, buddy? That Xbox was fine. Why did they have to make any more Halos? The first one was fine. You plug it in. You don't need a wireless controller. Wires are good. They were given to us by Jesus Christ. Oh, E said, have to duck out. Signal's bad here in the woods today. I'll sign up to the Patreon now. Later, doggies. So that didn't come to me till a couple moments later because he did indeed sign up for the Patreon. I should not presume it's a he. Nintendo 64 baby Lamp says, I'm going to make your guys' comments bigger here. There you go. I agree. Nintendo 64 was a great system for my grandfather to play. He loved it. He played Duke Nukem. He maybe was upset there wasn't an Echo the Dolphin game for Nintendo 64. I know that's Sega, not Nintendo. Maybe he liked that dolphin. Maybe we don't have to kill each other. Maybe we can just be dolphins together. Okay? Next one, promise a hot naked woman will be there. Okay? If you just, I'm going to announce it right here, right now. Okay? And maybe this will start a riot. Let's try it. Everybody, if you show up to Columbuston, Ohio, Town Square, to our downtown, which is what we call the only subway. They built it. We treat it like a nightclub. It closes at 7 p.m., so you got to get there quick. If you show up there, there will be a naked woman showing her breasts. As you can see in the picture behind me, that is a woman. Now, I also wanted to include, too, if you think about it, her posing with Joe Biden. Is he president? I'm not going to say, okay? I'm not going to confirm or deny he president. I will not confirm nor deny it. I will say, of course, the 2020 election was absolutely but we all know that, of course, vaccines and that also absolutely my penis is we all know that, okay? But that woman back there, that is a hot piece of ass. Kevin Dickel says, I think we should abolish the government, but I'm totally okay with my tax dollars funding public titties like they do in Columbuston. I've long said it, okay? Tax dollars should only be spent on a few things. A, legal representation for the January 6th protesters. B, the military and more of it, okay? People will be like, we spend this much on the military. Yeah, guess what? The Dutch still exist, okay? Lamp Boobs. And the third one is, of course, a third thing. Lamp Boob says, meh, I already have a hot naked woman at home. Way to brag. Little humble brag over there. Let me tell you something. You think you have a hot naked woman at home. what I've got in my home, if you are incredibly generous with definitions of all three of those words, then we've got someone at home, okay? I'm not talking about producer Nancy Mom, although it is worth noting my sexual desires to come from the whole. Listen, we're getting in the weeds on this. The important thing is two things. A, it's hot women, naked women are great. They should always be out in public, but Joe Biden should not pose with them. That's disgusting of him and degenerate. And I am personally filing articles of impeachment. I'm driving to Washington, D.C. I'm going up to the Capitol, and I'm going, citizens arrest on Joe Biden. Why? He posed next to a woman who later took her boobs out. She didn't have her boobs out at the time. No, but she should have. So that's a way to start a riot. Promise a hot naked woman will be there. Additionally, a party sub. Who doesn't love a party sub? Say, if you show up to this specific intersection, you're guaranteed a slice of this delicious cold cut combo. Now, here's the twist, right? Here's the twist, okay? That party sub looks big as hell. That's feeding, like, what do you think? Sound off in the comments. How many people do you think could eat this party sub? Real people, not like fucking Olsen twins circa 2007. You know, actual humans who eat food. Also, great reference that I read about in my history book. But you think it's going to feed a lot of people, and it would. 17, Lamp Boob says. I think maybe as high as 20. But regardless, there's going to be a lot more than 20 people that show up. You got a party sub? You hear about that? That's like going, guess what? The Beatles are reuniting. The two that you thought were dead have been brought back from hell, where they are. For, you know, they know what they did. They've been brought back from hell, and they're currently rocking out at Coachella. Thousands of people show up to that. A party sub is that good. Kevin Dickel says, me and all my boys from Philly can do it in an afternoon, like 12 of us. I mean, but that's the, like, if I had a clone, and we are working on the technology, I do think I want to say one clone. I got to be real here. There probably needs to be 3 of us, but I think 3 of me could take this down. Honestly, maybe 2 of us if we really committed. Okay. But when 1,000 people show up for a party sub that only feeds like 20, let's be super generous and say 50. That does not fit 50 people. But if we want to if we cut this into 50ths, that would be the most that you would still recognizably be like, this is part of a sandwich. You wouldn't call it a sandwich, you call it part of a sandwich. If we were to cut this into 50s, that's still thousands of people who don't get a party sub and who immediately will start punching each other in the boobs. Speaking of boobs, promise 2 naked women will be there. Okay? You promise 1 naked woman will be there. Some people show up. Okay? It all depends. If you're a young person, you're like 16, you're like, I'd love to see a naked woman. By the time you're an older, more sophisticated man, you're like, 1 naked woman, I don't care. You go 2, you go, ah! Double the boner. You get your double mint gum. Lamp Boob says, oh yeah, I don't have 2. Great point. See, that's exactly what I'm saying. You were saying, oh, 1, I got to go get the 1. What about 2? Well, I believe that answers your question. 2 naked women, all right? Both of them interested in men. Whenever 2 women are naked together, just performing sexual acts on each other, they go, God, you know what would make this better? Just a man. If only there was a penis here, then we could be sexually satisfied finally. Seinfeld reunion. Promise that. We're going to do new fun bits. Like, what if in this one, Kramer maybe does a set, you know, at the Comedy Store, and some people are kind of irritating him, and he goes, you know what, you fucking 100 years ago, I would have your butts with a fork. People don't talk enough about how funny it was that Kramer's first call was he put a fork in their butts. He's both racist and apparently thinks black people are like hamburgers of some nature. I don't know. What other fun? Hear it out in the comments. Sound off. What could be some fun Seinfeld plots that happen nowadays? You know what I'm saying? Like George ends up working for the Trump administration. That's a fun thing we do. You know, Elaine, she's dating a guy. Turns out he's in the Proud Boys, but she's like, but he has such a nice apartment. Can I dump him just because he's in the Proud Boys? He has a nice apartment. Jerry's like, what's the deal? What's the deal with getting bottom surgery? They say it's on the bottom, but when you get it, you're on the top of the world. That's what I'm doing. Jerry is trans. They call it bottom surgery, but when I get it, I feel tip-top shape. I'm a woman. I cut off my penis. Seinfeld reunion. That could start a riot. That could get a lot of people into a central place, I think. I don't know, maybe. Also, the opportunity to beat the hell out of anyone who has ever disagreed with you on the internet. You do that. Come on. At some point, you've posted something that you know is true because you feel it. And someone comes in and says, oh, I have this science from a fucking nerd. That says it's not true. And you go, well, if it's not true, how come I think it is? And they feel like they've won. But if you showed up and punched them in the face, wouldn't feel so goddamn confident then would they? So we tell everybody, come to this 1 square block. We've done Columbuston. We've done New York. You go to Pyongyang, North Korea. You're allowed to show up, okay? Communists and capitalists. Show up. Last man standing wins. That's how it works. Kevin Dickel has another pretty great Seinfeld modern day plot. George has a clearance job, sends a dick pic from his desk, but has top secret info on his computer screen in the background. Photo gets leaked. Honestly, not bad. Another idea that just occurred to me, Kramer is Q. It turns out the whole time, Kramer's been the one posting the Q drops, but he doesn't know what he's doing. He's like, it's great. It's gold, Jerry. It's gold. It's gold, Jerry. It's gold. Hi. All right, what do we got next? Free t-shirts. People love a t-shirt. And if it's free, I mean, it will be a significant financial investment. Getting shirts printed, you got to hit minimums first off. And then it's like $7-8 a shirt. But if you get one that says, I threw a concrete milkshake at this riot and all I got was this stupid t-shirt, people will show up. They'll express their opinions. They'll let it all kind of, pop out. And that's the whole thing, really. I didn't come up with an end for it. But Lamp Boob says, are we sure Michael Richards wasn't at January 6th? And we're not sure. We can't be sure. But the fact that everyone wasn't rolling over laughing tells me he probably was. That would definitely be a Seinfeld plot. Okay? Turns out Kramer was at January 6th, but he just got dragged there. He's like, I didn't mean to be there, Jerry. It just got out of control. I thought I was doing a tour of Washington, D.C. I had seen the monument. It was a big monument, Jerry. Big monument. I'm doing such a good impression right now. That's my SNL reel. All right, guys, we're having a lot of fun. How are we doing out there in the comments section? Sound off. If anyone wants to call later at the end of this thing, I'll take calls. But if no one does, that's fine. I don't need to take calls. Don't feel pressured to call in. If you do want to call in, I'll talk to you. And I'm going to ask you, and this is the question, because I always like to have a little prompt. I always want to make people go cold, The question is, what is the most embarrassing thing you're willing to admit on the internet? Keep in mind, not a lot of people are watching this. Not a lot of people. Lamp Boob says I'm too sag. Is that sad and at the same time edgy? Kevin Dickel, George is dating a CIA agent. He blows her cover. Okay, no, here's what it is. Okay. Jerry is dating an Israeli Mossad agent. Everyone else realizes it, but not him. Or maybe that'd be George is dating. I don't know. How would that be? I've never seen Seinfeld. I refuse to watch anything that secular humanist, if you get what I'm saying, But hey, I don't need to watch other people's TV shows. You know why? I have a network of my own. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been doing this show for a while, the Vongino Predicament, for literally years now. And I have amassed hundreds of YouTube followers. Very few of them watch the live streams. Don't get a lot of that. It's okay. I make clips later. But I've not done this before. I have not expanded my little corner of the internet into a full-fledged network. That's why we're doing it, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to present to you, drum roll. I don't have a drum roll on my soundboard, so I'll play this.
Welcome back to Good Day. These are live pictures for you right now. A tragic accident apparently has just happened in New York City. A plane has crashed right into the World Trade Center. You can see the smoke and the flames coming out of the shattered windows.
The World Trade Center, of course, in New York's financial district, Twin Towers, of course, was the target.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to VD, which of course is Vongino Digital. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Vongino Digital. We're doing it. We're having fun. I look thinner in that photo than I currently am. Have I gained weight since that photo was taken months ago? That is not impossible. I might need to maybe eat less Cheez-Its at night. Maybe for dessert, having a box of Cheez-Its isn't a great. But I get the hot and spicy, which I think would help you lose weight. Welcome to Vongino Digital. Guys, you look great, Baby Lamp Boob says. You're goddamn fucking right, ladies and gentlemen. All right, what if we just play with the soundboard? All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're just going to play with the soundboard a little bit. Don't worry about me.
My wife, 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 my wife. Do I make you horny, baby? Yeah, do it.
I have the utmost respect for women, for women, for women. I have the utmost respect for women, for women, for women.
I'm trying to get this right.
I have the utmost respect for women, for women, for women. I have the
Utmost respect for my wife.
for women, for women.
Welcome to Vongino Digital. This is Bell Bawar says I need merch that says I have VD. You're welcome. Maybe I'll make those shirts. Maybe people could buy them. Welcome to Vongino Digital. This is a full-fledged network, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? We're talking TV shows. We're talking t-shirts. It's really as far as we've gone, and also the TV shows will just be on YouTube. But I'm so excited to announce this, okay? Some people are saying, maybe I'm spiraling out of control, okay? Some people are saying that maybe a video that came out featured me yelling at my wife, telling her to feed the dog cancer medicine, and then she goes, I'm literally your Amazon delivery driver, and also there's no dog here. People are saying that maybe shows me to be a little bit a cuckoo banana pants. But would a crazy person have his own network? I think not. Key points. A, no one is allowed to be mean to me on this network. Okay? If you have a show on this network and or are watching this network and or knows this network exists, you are not allowed to say mean things about me. Secondly, everyone must tell the truth. And as we've established, the truth is what you feel most in the given moment. Okay? Someone out there might be like, oh, I have a pie chart. And you can be like, yeah? Well, if you keep eating pie, you're going to notice you look thinner in photos of you taken months ago. So maybe get rid of the pie and instead feel your truth. And perhaps the number one key point, the most important thing of all, you must never tell children about your or their penis. You cannot tell them about the existence of a penis. Okay? If they go, Daddy, I need to pee. You go, no, you don't. You don't got anything to pee out of. Doesn't matter. That's why you're wearing this diaper. And they go, Daddy, I'm 18. Can I go to college now? And you go, shut the fuck up. Change your diaper. You smell terrible. We've got some great shows coming to the Vongino Digital Network, VD, the VD network. First off, we have Alex Jones. We love him. And he's going to be doing a show here called Judge Jones, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. We got Alex Jones. Okay. You might know him. We keep a little, you know, a little can here, a little piggy bank. The Alex Jones Was Right Fund. And every time Alex Jones was right about something, we put in $1. And every time we accidentally watch trans pornography in honor of Alex Jones, we put in $10. There is no money in there. Not because that hasn't ever happened, because we don't carry cash. It's 2023, okay? And listen, Judge Jones is going to be one hell of a show. He's going to hear out cases relating to all aspects of life. Whatever problem you have. Sound off in the comments. Let me know about what problems you want Judge Alex Jones to deliver a verdict for, okay? Maybe you have a roommate who's always eating your food. You've said, please, those are my Triscuits. Don't eat them, Ted. Well, Alex Jones is going to say, we got to kill Ted. We got to kill Ted in international waters. It's the damn Ted. It's a globalist. We're going to take Ted. We're going to crush his skull. I don't know what I'm talking about. I just had a big bowl of chili. I just had a lot of chili and I don't really know. But I think we got to kill Ted. And then whatever verdict Judge Jones enforces, we're going to deliver that verdict. We're going to enforce it out in international waters. We have a boat. Is it more of a kayak? Can it fit 2 people? We haven't tested it, but theories are saying yes. We're taking it out to international waters. Whatever Judge Alex Jones says, that's what we're doing. Okay? And people are going to love Alex Jones, all right, from his long history in broadcasting, all right? We're talking InfoWars. We're talking those 7-Eleven commercials. We're talking about the movie Evolution, okay? Ivan Reitman's attempt after Ghostbusters to do another comedy sci-fi thing. People didn't like it, but it actually is an underrated, charming movie. Also, I'm thinking of Orlando Jones. I'm not thinking of Alex Jones. I was a little confused on that. That's on me. My bad. Okay. We've got Orlando Jones, though. It's his first network TV appearance since being on the starting cast of Mad TV. So I'm glad to have Orlando Jones back. He's well loved. He was in the last season of Good Omens. Okay. There was that one photo where he's with his then girlfriend, Katy Perry. They're both naked. She has her boobies out, but you don't see those. But you don't see his penis, but you see a shadow of his penis that makes you go, he has a pretty nice penis. Also, I'm not thinking of Orlando Jones. I'm thinking of Orlando Bloom, actually. Our bad on that one. But Judge Bloom, you know, he's going to go out there and he's going to deliver some verdicts, okay? For example, maybe you rented the movie Elizabethtown, and afterwards, you gouged your own eyes out because you said, I don't want to see another movie or anything. All art is bad now. He'll pay you back for your DVD rental. Poet Fox, I believe that's their first comment. Thank you for commenting, Poet Fox. They say, I have a problem where the shadow government that controls the country won't give me a job. Can Judge Jones helps with that? Give me some kind of legal document. Not only can he help you with that, and he will give you a document signed by Alex Jones saying the shadow government is controlling you and stopping you from getting a job. He will personally get you hired at one of his top 5 favorite Austin, Texas Burger Kings. Okay? So you got that to look forward to, Poet Fox. All right? Do you know what a Whopper is? Do you know how it works? You'll learn. We've got other great shows, too. For example, Sex Line, legally distinguishable. This is not the same as Love Line. This is a different show. Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew, we're getting them both back. I think we can do it too, all right? I've opened lines of communication with their management team. And by that, I mean I did send an email to Adam at adamcarolla.com and Dr. Drew at Best Rehab Doctor. I have never had anyone relapse ever. The best way to handle rehab is to do it on television.com. And those emails did not bounce at first. 15 minutes later, they did bounce, but I think that was enough time for them to have read them. And I think they'll be getting back to me any moment now. And this is going to be an electrifying program. Okay, guys, we're going to learn all about who has been sexually assaulted and who just needs to eat more stew. Okay? If they call in and they go, hey guys, we immediately cut the microphones. And Dr. Drew goes, well, it's a high pitched voice. So she definitely been sexually assaulted. Lamp says, give Jim Brewer a show. Don't know who Jim Brewer is, and in no way are you spoiling further slides, so thank you. Brian Callen needs a run for his money. We're getting the whole Mad TV crew back. We've got Orlando Jones, who's actually Orlando Bloom. We've got Brian Callen, okay, who's actually Bryan Cranston. We're going to get That is how you spell both of those names. So Sex Line is going to be coming up. If you have any questions, I call in and go, I had sex with my girlfriend. Now she pregnant with a baby. That's not my baby, idiot. That was the thing about Loveline that was great. Not that this show is in any way connected to Loveline, but it was a show that only the stupidest people in the world were allowed to call into. Someone was literally like, I think I'm a virgin, but I put my penis in a vagina and moved it back and forth a little bit. I'm still a virgin, right? Only anyone who has had a brain injury and had Down syndrome to begin with. The only people they allowed in the show, someone would call in and be like, hey, how's it going? Yes, that's me. I have Down syndrome and I have 9 children. And they go, how much lead paint have you eaten today? And they go, none. They go, call me back when you've had a gallon. Okay? That's the only way I can let you on this program. The Nanny Part 2 Judgment Day. We're bringing the nanny back. We're doing a reboot, okay? She's still a nanny. The important thing is it keeps Fran Drescher busy. Less time to organize strikes, which is hurting the entrepreneurs like David Zaslav, Bob Iger, powerful entrepreneurs. The strike is hurting them. Now, on the other hand, it means all these late night shows can't make fun of you all the time. Jimmy Fallon can't come out and go, hey guys, how's it going? If you voted for Trump, you should be in the detainment camp. All right. But on the other hand, we can all agree her and the British guy should have gotten married, right? Can we all agree on that? I think we can all agree. That's how the nanny should have ended. Her beautiful marriage to that British man. And then as they're kissing at the altar, she goes, I'm never going to be the president of a union. He goes, that's right. You shouldn't be. Sound of Freedom, the TV series. We're doing it, guys. It was a huge hit this summer. People were buying tickets. All the mainstream media wants to talk about is Barbenheimer. What about Sound of Freedom Barbenheimer? Okay. Maybe we cut out Barbie. It's just Sound of Freedomheimer. All right, Barbie, a lot of girls in it. Okay. People tell me there might be some critiques of capitalism or something. I don't know. There was a lot of pink. And so I didn't see the movie. Also, I'm not allowed in the movie theater. Also, we don't have a movie theater. It burned down. Don't worry about my life. Sound of Freedom, the series. This movie got millions of incredibly old people to go to a movie theater. Okay? How old are they? They said, I have to see Sound of Freedom at the Nickelodeon multiplex. They put on a suit to go to the movie. They're like, I have to go. We have to show up early to catch the opera singers. We have to go there. The man's going to play the organ and the lady's going to sing the opera called Kick the Jews Out of the Country. We got to kick them out of the land. So think about how many viewers it's going to get on TV. When these people don't even have to leave their homes, they're going to watch, quite frankly, the shit out of this TV show. And every episode, they're going to break up a different child trafficking ring. Okay? In the movie, they broke up the country of Colombia. I think, again, still haven't seen it. Would love to. If anyone can point me to an Indonesian cam rip website where I can find a version of it where it just has subtitles and a kind of Cyrillic text underneath, and then at one point the guy holding the handy cam goes to the bathroom and I miss plot points, I'd watch it. Would love to. So I think that's what they do in the movie. They're going to break up different ones in this one. Like, first off, Wendy's. All the restaurants, child sex trafficking ring. They're going to break in. They're going to go, I've got your quarter pounder right here, and take out a gun. They're going to go, that's McDonald's. And they go, oh shit. In the next episode, they break up McDonald's. Until finally, the season finale. You know it. We know it. They show up. They kill Tom Hanks. The guy really behind this whole operation. Okay? They go, life is like a box of chocolates. You're not going to have it anymore. And that's, Sound of Freedom, the TV show. I think it's going to be successful. Maybe not quite as successful as our other program, Mike Huckabee's Rock and Roll Jukebox. All right? People don't know this about Mike Huckabee. They think of him as just a cool guy. They think of him as mainly the person who jizzed out Sarah Huckabee Sanders. But he's also one of America's great bass players and one of America's greatest almost serious presidential candidates. There was a solid 3 or 4 days in like 2015 where people were like, should we take Mike Huckabee serious? And he kind of, no, okay, we don't. Cool. Move on. But he's also one hell of a bass player. He slapping the bass, keeps the low end going. He's the top. Okay, it goes Flea, Pete Wentz, Mike Huckabee. You don't pretend like you can name another bass player. Don't pretend like you could go in the comments section and write down someone else who has ever played bass. Sid Vicious. But they turned his bass down mostly. So it's Mike Huckabee. And the other thing is he could take pop songs, make them less degenerate. Okay? That song WAP. All right? Some whores in this house. Got some whores in this house. His is going to start by going, got some discipline in this house. Got some discipline in this house. What's the first line of WAP again? I said certified freak, 7 days a week. Kevin Dickel says the saddest bit about Huckabee playing bass is that as a lifetime musician, he chose to play Def Leppard or whatever on national TV. He played Def Leppard. I think he played with Ted Nugent too. Mike Huckabee played bass with anyone you think would appear on Mike Huckabee's television program, which I believe was on Fox. And it was just very funny that he clearly was like, I get to play bass on this show. I failed to be a presidential candidate, but I do get to be the Pete Wentz of my generation. Lamp Boob says booty hole waxed down. Exactly. But he would say in his version, he'd make it less degenerate and say booty hole wiped clean. Okay? And it's about wiping your asshole. Listen, is he just going to steal Rafi's bit and go around doing important songs about how to take care of yourself? Okay? Maybe. I'm in Miami, ho. Instead he says, I'm waiting for the green light, Mom. And that's Mike Huckabee's Rock and Roll Jukebox coming to the VD network, the Vongino Digital Network. James Woods Storybook Theater. James Woods. We know him. We love him. He's maybe the only legitimately talented conservative. Maybe Vincent Gallo. He made 2 movies that were pretty good. One movie, he was like, for artistic reasons, what if there's a scene where I get my dick sucked? Which rocks. What if in the middle of Oppenheimer, it just cut to Christopher Nolan getting his dick sucked? And he goes, tell me I can't do it. Do you run WB? I didn't think so. This is the movie now. So maybe Vincent Gallo, but James Woods, he's definitely up there. Great actor. Videodrome, Casino, Ghost of Mississippi. What are some of your favorite James Woods performances? There was that time after 2001, after September 11th, where he goes, yeah, no, I saw the guys who did September 11th. That's true. Look it up. He's like, I saw them in the airport. The FBI came to investigate me. Could have stopped them. Didn't bother. Didn't care. Who cares? Whatever. Let's have him take the stage. All right. Do every great work on the American stage. Doesn't matter what it is. He's doing it. And he's playing every part. Macbeth. He's Macbeth. He's Lady Macbeth. Okay. He's the guy who kills Macbeth. He's all the trees. He's that. All right. The Iceman cometh. In the very beginning of the movie, he walks onto stage dressed as Iceman and says, I cometh. And he leaves, dresses as Magneto, comes back in, does Wolverine, does Professor X, does it all. Tell me you wouldn't watch that program and I won't believe you. Next, just reruns of Cops. Surprisingly cheap to broadcast. You'll be shocked. You can because they've made so many Cops. Here's the thing. They just went out to police departments and they go, we're going to film you doing brutality. And they go, hell yeah, that would rock, dude. We love doing brutality and we look really cool doing it. It wasn't until like really 5 years ago where everyone was like, maybe police brutality doesn't rule. Previously, it was just the Lethal Weapon series. People loved it. Cops, it was great. So they have so many episodes. They've got a surplus. They'll sell you so many. And don't be fooled. The police are always the good guys. All right. A lot of people out there are attacking the police, are saying we need to defund the police. Maybe the sheriff of Akron, Ohio shouldn't have an Abrams tank. Maybe we shouldn't just have 2 equal piles, which is money to Ukraine and money to small town police departments. People are saying, but they're wrong. It is a jungle out there. That being said, we are not airing the January 6th episode. We're just not going to air and not going to talk about it. Maybe they didn't make it. Maybe Cops wasn't filming that day. Maybe you don't know what happened. Maybe you can shut the fuck up, quite frankly. We're also airing this show, Relationship Advice with Lauren Southern. Okay, this is going to be a really popular one. It says he, but really it's she. She's been married a few times. She knows what's up. It's how good she is at marriage. All right, she's on like her second or third now. I'm not sure. I don't keep track or anything like that. But she's going to give you the best tips for handling your relationship. And also, it might get a little spicy, as a matter of fact. She might even give you some sex tips. She might even say, listen, the way to please your man, missionary only. And at climax, scream, I hope this makes a white baby. I hope your seed receives purchase in my fertile womb. We make the Ubermensch. So that'll be fun. That's here on VD Network, the Vongino Digital Network. The Labor says, please protect the police and stop being mean to them. They are fragile. Exactly. Stop being mean to the police. Do you understand how hard it is to wake up every day and just do Vietnam on the streets? That's what the police are doing every single day. Of course, we're airing a new 1-hour comedy special from Jim Breuer. We simply have to. He's one of America's best comedians, okay? Now that Dick Cavett is dead, Jim Breuer is number one. He has so many classic bits. Everyone knows and loves Dr. Fauci. Dr. Fauci. Brack, brack. And you know Dr. Fauci should be in jail, given how much disdain Jim Breuer has for him. But he has other bits, too. You might not know this. He also has Hillary Clinton. Brack, brack. Hunter Biden. Brack, brack. It's an hour of that. I want to be honest with you. It is an hour. We say comedy special. He didn't necessarily know we were filming him. He wasn't at a comedy club. Jim Breuer has schizophrenia. I didn't want to reveal it this way. Lamp Boob says he's too woke. There are moments where he'll be woke due to the schizophrenia. He'll go, gender doesn't exist. Brack, brack. So he was in a hospital being treated, and we did film him in a therapy session where his doctor said, Jim, who's pursuing you? Who's trying to do murder unto you? And he said, mostly chickens. They sound like this. Brack! But the important thing to note is that it's hilarious. He can't not be funny. He can't avoid it, okay? And laughter is both the best medicine and, in fact, is the only medicine to counteract the vaccine. If you have been vaccinated, the only hope you have is to laugh. You gotta laugh. Guys, you gotta laugh.
Me so horny.
That's funny.
My wife. My wife.
I have the utmost respect for women. For women. For women.
You gotta laugh, okay? You gotta laugh. And finally, we're just gonna air MSNBC. We're just gonna air that. I don't know, they seem to be doing well, right? They're still around. People seem to watch that, right? There are definitely people in the world who get home, sit down, and they're like, what am I watching tonight? MSNBC. I'm gonna watch Rachel Maddow on MSNBC. And we put it on TV, we see people come out, they're mean to Donald Trump. We can yell at it. If we all do that loud enough, I think they'll hear it, okay? If we all scream at the same time, Gah! Gah! They'll get it, okay? So those are the shows coming to the VD network, the Vongino Digital Network. So very exciting stuff we got going on. Let me pull up Discord. I don't think anyone wants to call in today, and that's fine. I've given you guys like goddamn 90 minutes of content at this point, okay? So we don't need to do anymore. We don't need you people to come in and do anymore. We've had a lot of fun. All right, guys, thank you to everyone who joined the Patreon during this particular stream. Bellabor, I'm not going to learn how to say your name right. I don't respect it, and I refuse to respect you. This is why Robin Williams had to go. Patch Adams was too powerful for the deep state. You're goddamn right. Patch Adams. Bye-bye, I love you. Love you too, Lamp Boobs. Robin Williams, his film Patch Adams, the basic premise of it is, what if you had cancer? And they go, but we got the perfect solution, and then the doctor comes in dressed as a clown? That definitely wouldn't be something that would make you think, am I having a sleep paralysis nightmare right now? What the fuck is going on? I don't know. Watch the movie Patch Adams. It's bad. Not a good movie. We don't like it. We don't enjoy it. All right, y'all. You've been a lot of fun. We've had a really great stream today, guys. Wasn't that great? Listen. we've had worse. We've had worse. We've had better. You know, you got to keep churning out content for YouTube. If for even a second you don't produce more content for YouTube, the hand from the end of Cabin in the Woods just comes out and destroys the world. That's what we're producing content for. So I got some videos I'll clip. Like, subscribe, follow me on all the platforms. Subscribe on Patreon, TikTok, Twitter, which should be an X. I should turn that little thing into an X. Reddit. It's not just for pornography and Nazis pretending not to be that anymore. It also is for my content. All right, guys, I love you. Have a